We're taking Ross and Connor to Flagstaff today to NAU. They're having a conference there. It's a youth conference, and they're pretty excited to get there. So we're going to do that today. We'll take them and drop them off at the NAU campus. They're going to stay in the dorms for a week, and they'll have lots of activities going on with hundreds, if not thousands, of other youth. And so it'll be a pretty good time. So we left Ross and Connor here, and as you can see here at the NAU campus, so many youth here. They're excited. The boys, Nancy and Danielle, actually took them to their dorm, and they said they were having a hard time leaving them there. The boys were trying to get them out of the room, so it's going to be fun. Lots of people. NAU. Well, we had some more rain today. Well, I came over to look at this water here that we caught in this pond, and I noticed it started leaking out right there. It was just kind of leaving us. I don't have a shovel with me on my four-wheeler. Should have brought it. So I just grabbed some mud and plugged up the hole as good as I could. I think it might be okay. Bring a shovel tomorrow, work it a little better. Sure didn't want to lose all the water caught. Some more rain. Red Lake. Out checking water, found this bear on the railroad, so I'll go ahead and move her off. Thinking about it. There she goes. One of Henson's cows. She's going to go over there to the tank. Call that the goose tank. Get a drink. There's one of her buddies right there running up and down the fence on the right side. Made it over here to the water. This is that drinker we were working on the other day. It has the SS brand. That's Henson's brand. I came to the north side of the ranch. This is what we call a rainbow tank. This is where Henson swam monster crossed last year, messing around. So we got about 2 inches of rain on this north side, just really spotted. This wasn't full like this, so we caught a lot of water here. And of course, we've had about a week or so of growth from the rain a week ago. So things are starting to look pretty good, starting to green up. This is just south of the rainbow tank. There's the tank. I'm just looking up here, tree line here coming into it. This is a spot where we have a lot of picnics, have some bonfires. Pretty neat spot. All that red clay badlands just right over there. north side. So this is a county road. This all got wiped out by some flooding. And this is the pipeline that goes from what we call our number 2 tank, flows to our number 4 tank, and to our Crazy Creek Center. So this needs to be put back together. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back together. So we came over here north, and this pipe been washed out. This is a county road, and so they're gonna come by and fix it, but I've got to fix the pipeline before they can do that. So I'm gonna work on just kind of putting this all back together, cleaning it up. Parts to this compression coupler. Clean, so I can put it all back together. That side. Do this other side. Get all the mud off of it so that we can seal. It's alright. We'll make this work. This piece here, clean it up a bit. Wipe it down over here. It's really boggy in here. Other side. Sink. Try to get it pretty centered. Crap. Where'd you put your... Well, you better get up here and clean that thing off. I'm thinking about what I gotta put under this pipe. When the blade goes over.
Jerry, why don't you tell something about your childhood? Tell us a fun thing about your childhood, where you're from, and something you liked to do when you were young.
Well, let's see. A lot of stuff there. So I was, I guess I grew up in Lukachukai, which is in Arizona, on the reservation. Bicycles were probably a big thing. I rode bicycles a lot, all over the mountains there in Lukachukai. We even rode our bikes to one of the nearby lakes, Saley Lake, and Wheatfields Lake, which is quite a ways. It's kind of crazy to think about it now. Our parents never even really thought about us going on the road that far. A whole different time, I guess. But that was always pretty fun. Fishing, I talked about the lake a little bit. We went fishing at least twice a week. I remember my dad taking us fishing, and there in either one of the lakes, Saley was probably the better lake at the time. And I don't remember what the limit was, but always caught 5 to 10 fish pretty easy, rainbow trout. So I guess I did a lot of fishing when I was younger. Never really thought about that until now. Did a lot of fishing. We didn't go to the movies. Television didn't work. You had to have an antenna to get reception for your television. It was black and white. It was either snowy or nothing. So we didn't even watch television. It wasn't even something we wanted to do. But the Catholic mission there, the Catholic Church, had a movie night, premiere movie night, every Friday night. And they held it in this hogan. I don't remember how big the hogan was, but it wasn't very big. I don't know how many people it held, but it was sure hot and sweaty in there. And when you're a kid, you don't really think about it, but you remember it was hot. And some of the movies, they played a lot of the old spaghetti westerns, and so we watched a lot of western movies there. And then for some reason, they like to play the horror movies. So they played the horror movies too, so they were scary movies. Now, for me to get to this hogan there at the Catholic Mission to watch this movie, I had to cross the wash, which was right behind our house, and so the hogan was probably maybe a mile away. And you went to the movie and it was just getting dark and everything was good. But if you went to one of the horror movies, I don't know why my parents even let me go. I don't think they even thought about it. We'd get out. Now, it's pitch black outside. You got to cross this wash where, you hear all the stories of the Chindies or the Inadlushis and all this, skinwalkers, all these things running up and down this wash behind our house. And so when you got out of that movie and had to go home, you're freaked out. I don't even know how we made it home. But I think I ran the whole way. And of course the wash was usually dry. There was nothing running in it. If it was running, it was just a small stream of water. And my sisters probably didn't make it any better. They probably tried to scare me even more. They were older than I was. And so those are some funny things that I remember about childhood. And then, of course, we always had ponies and horses. And I remember during the winter, we were riding this pony, and I don't even remember his name. But he was a paint pony. And we liked to pull the tube and the sled around with him. We actually had a hood off of a car, hood up, and it was pretty heavy, but that pony, he did pretty good. He'd get it going. And one time I was riding him and I was pulling people around, and it was pretty slippery there where we were doing it because the traffic had been running on it, so it was pretty hard, pretty packed, and pretty icy even. So I'm going pretty fast, I remember, and he slips and falls, and I get on my forehead and my nose had all the skin taken off of it, and my part of my forehead, and it really burned. I mean, if you ever had one of those, it really burns. And so, of course, I went back. My mom was a little upset, but she kind of patched me up, and of course, we were back doing it the next day. No big deal.
That's a great memory, Jerry. I like it.